Okay. Are you stupid and you don't go places and you don't know anything? Well, that's kind of a problem, don't you think? So I'm kind of here in Milan, Italy, and I discovered something, and I kind of wanted to record it just to share it with the world that I thought was kind of neat in comparison to the United States and California. So maybe we should cover that because that's what I'm filming for. So recently, I figured out that, I thought because we're in a big city that's kind of modern, like this is kind of like Italy's LA. There's a lot of trash and pee and birds and stuff. But, it turns out there's actually a lot of vintage bikes. It's a completely different culture, and it's not as consumerist as you thought, Like the consumers are actually the tourists. Anyways, moral of the story, there's a lot of vintage bikes. And what's even weirder is all of them have cotter pin cranks, which is kind of making me like, I don't know how to feel about it, but now it makes me want to have a cotter pin bike. Like, it's just strange. So anyways, I thought I would just film bikes today and show you guys and just point it out. We're going to go about and take a look at everything. And that's about it. I'm not interviewing anyone. So, yeah. Okay, that's good.
Now, for your listening pleasure, one of the top tunes on our request list, In the Mood.
Real disclaimer before I get going in this video. I just want to apologize for the crummy filming quality and the fact that you can't hear me very well. I'm going to put subtitles, so hopefully that helps. And enjoy the video. Thank you. Right off the bat as I start filming, we've got ourselves this random Italian bike. I have no idea what the brand is or anything, but everyone around here kind of just rides on these it's a Bianchi. I think it's a Bianchi. Just these single speed bikes. Everyone has one, and I just don't understand how. Immediately as I cross the street, I come across one with full Ultegra, which is also pretty cool, just across the street. What's pretty weird is I don't think anyone's really conscious of what they have, and nobody's treating them like collectibles. These are their get everywhere, this is their mode of travel. They don't think too much about it at all, which is kind of interesting. They're not looking at it from a collector's perspective. Like, I do interviews, but there's no reason to if they really just don't know what they have. So currently, we're at, I don't know, it's like the Duomo. I don't even know where I am in Italy. Let's take a look here. We got some bike stuff going on here. So it's kind of interesting. You'll see a lot of foldable bikes around here. And you'll see a ton of these, the Dutch style bikes. But I mean, most of them are actually made in Italy. Ones that I see anyways. Vintage style. There are a lot of these Lime bikes around here, but the deal is not as many as you think, and not a lot of e-bikes either. There's a few e-bikes around here, but it's kind of surprising that there's not as many. So here I am in sort of this little town square area. We're gonna work our way over to another giant thing of bikes, and we're just gonna see kind of what's going on. Right off the bat here, I'm seeing another little commuter here. Generator light. See, I don't know what the brand is on any of this stuff. Just really basic components, but it's all cotter pin cranks. That's all these guys are running. Those are some newer bikes. Newer bike. Some newer. Here we go. Another. Let's see what brand that is. It's Milano. Straight out of Milan, but that's a newer one. Here we go. Cotter pin right here. You have, I don't even know what, but that's another really neat one. And that's kind of what you find around here. It's all sort of the same deal. And you have more Lime bikes. It's interesting. Everyone goes for either the vintage or the vintage style. This one has met a very sad ending. I think somebody tried to steal it. Something happened. Here we go. Same square, some different stuff. We have another one with a cotter pin on it. And I don't know what brand that is. Schlazi? S-C-H-I-L-L-A-S? I have no idea. There's another one. Keep going, keep going. Newer one. Here we go. Cotter pin right here.
And this one's got
Sax Curate, Puree, Drailer. It's just like the old days. Crazy. Keep going, keep going. You got more e-bikes and some newer stuff with the square tapers, but so many cotter pins out here. I just don't get it. Now, as I'm kind of going around here, see another vintage style. It's not original. There's another guy across the street there with a vintage. There we go. So we're crossing again. Let's take a look at what's going on over here across the street here. So right off the bat, we got something normal. Once again, older style. Everything here is, oh, here we go. So we have a modern crank. Dieta, it's got the 30s brakes on it. It has a Brooks saddle, some other different stuff like that. Oh, coming around here. Some people have 27-inch bikes, but that's about it. Another older looking one, but it's not actually that old. Oh, here we go. Cotter pins right here. Once again, sort of that Dutch sort of style. Let's see what brand that is. F-R-E-J-U-S. Okay. So, that's kind of what you got to expect out here. And as I keep going through, in and around, we'll take a look around the corner here and see. I'm seeing people out in the street riding with these things. They load their kids up on them and kind of just trust them all. Oh, here we go, another cotter pin. Let's take a look at what we got here. I can't tell the brand. But once again, another cotter pin. Really simple style. But they all have the same sort of design there, you know, for the chain cover. It's just a total thing for commuters, but it's just a cool situation. Let's go down this alleyway. We got some more stuff going on here. Looks like, oh, here we go, another vintage. It's not cotter pin, but it's of around the same era here. Single speed. They're all either single speed, 3-speed, something else. Oh, here we go. Coming up on another. Yeah, same deal. And they just keep them going. I just wonder if they rebuilt the cranks at all. I really couldn't tell yet. Here we go. Yeah, see? Same design down there. I can't tell the brand anymore. There we go. Design Milano. So it's all kind of locally designed and manufactured bikes. The same sort of crank thing there too. It's so strange to me. Why are they all on old bikes? Everywhere you see motorcycles, there's destined to be bikes, which is what I found. So I'm taking a look around here. You can see that's a little newer of a design. Some of them are putting modern cranks on them, but they are in fact like older frames. This one for sure, I don't know anything about the brand, but you can see they're servicing them. All single speed bikes they get to take around the city. That's definitely newer. It's kind of cool because they're doing the vintage style. Let's see over here. Vintage style, probably. That's all they ride around here. Oh, here's a true vintage one. Another cotter crank. Atala. I see that brand a lot around here with the generator light and everything else. Super common. Down tube shifter. That's cool. I think I see another one down here, and then I gotta turn back before I get in trouble with my school. I kind of ventured off because this is technically a school trip. Yes, and I was right. Another one. The something. Same deal. And they kind of just like ride these things until they wear out. And that's kind of how it works around here. You know, sometimes I wonder if these things are abandoned with the flat tires. I just don't know anymore. Oh, here we go. So, nothing too old around here. There might be something older here. No, this is all newer stuff. I guess this is the newer part of it all. Bunch of foldable bikes. And that's just, the foldable bikes just make it a whole lot easier to get around, especially when you're hopping on the metro. Because there is in fact one that goes through and around here under the city here in Milan. So yeah, it's really something. What I learned, which was really amazing, I met a bunch of bike packers. I met a man coming, he was from France, in this town that started with a B on the border of Germany. And what happened was, he was telling me, so he took a train from France and he rode it from France to Florence, and then rode his bike from Florence to where I met him in San Gimignano. And then from San Gimignano, he said he was going to Pisa. And then from Pisa, he was going to just take the train home back to France. So, really neat stuff. And he was on a newer bike, but I found out the fact that all those metros and, not metros, I'm sorry, the trains that go through here, you can just bring your bike. And it's not a burden. You just find the car labeled with the bike and you're all good to go. Once again, got a guy over here. There's a bike. It's a cotter pin bike again. Oh, another oldie. This time square taper. I just don't understand why they do this. It's pretty funny. There's a lot of girls who know me for my love for, well, girls. But what they didn't know is the love for bikes. And so everyone's kind of looking at me funny here because every time a bike passes by, I look at it like it's a woman. Like someone's like perverted grandpa looking at like a 30-year-old. So it's kind of funny. Anyways, I'm back at the Duomo. I'm gonna go into the square where the cathedral is, where I first started filming. We're gonna see if I can find anything else. Honestly, I think we just need to look at this and just, God, it's just huge. Here we go. So I'm back in square sort of area, and we've got some random bikes. Like, there are some people in nice Specialized, whatever that is. Cotter, or not Cotter. This is a different sort of, I think it's a little newer, but not too new. Over here, nothing crazy. Oh, there we go. Cotter pin without the pedal. Completely new design. This is very aerodynamic. I don't know what brand this is. Oh, copper? No, Cooper. Oh. Once again with the generator light. Then again, I didn't actually see a light yet. Oh, I just like tripped and fell. Oh yeah, and may I mention the fact that I'm pretty sure this guy ate shit on that bike at one point, because look at how bent that fork is back. That's insane. So at this point, I've kind of explored the whole square of the Duomo, whatever it's called. I actually need to find my friends. They got gelato without me, and I kind of am jealous. Then again, I just ate like a whole ass pizza. But they also say that sugar like opens your stomach or something, makes you, I don't know, look, there's always room for gelato. That's just how it is in Italy. Yeah, so I'm gonna go get like gelato and stuff. I thought I would just show that. So this is like the popular, like, you've got to go here part of Milan. And yeah, if I can get an interview in with someone who speaks English, that'd be pretty cool. But for now, this is just what we're gonna have to work with, because I don't know where anyone else is. So, yeah. Okay, so now I actually have help filming, so it's not so crummy. Take a look at this. This is a bike, what do you call this, Tommy? Like a parking space?
Yeah, parking lot.
You want to put the camera in there and take a look? So I guess I can put my bike in here and they just hold on to it. It's like a greenhouse for bikes. I can grow my own bicycle. Pretty cool. Okay, and now you can see we've got the bike farm over there. And we got all sorts of fun bikes going on here, it appears. Looks like we have a single speed down here. Maybe, I think it's a fixed gear because it has two. This looks like they converted the bottom bracket or something to square taper, but that's an older one. I don't think there's much else going on. Well, actually, no, that's not auto. What is that? We're hearing something. Anyways, oh, hang on, across the street. We're crossing. Oh, wait, I thought there was a car. Okay. Well, looks like this got kind of spray painted, but another cotter pin sort of situation. It looks like he replaced the light with a modern one, but you can see he's got the old style brakes. So this bike goes back to the 40s. I just could not tell you what brand it is. Kind of fun. Look at that little kid seat. I love that. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Holy bike. I'd film more if I could. You got a Gunzi? I don't know. I don't know what that is. All right, and now I'm live in the middle of not Duomo. What train station is this?
Milano something?
It's Milano something. It had like Lambert in the name. There's a bunch of bikes over here, and that means we're gonna look at them. Let's take a look. So, there's not a lot going on here, but boom, right off the bat, we got ourselves another cotter pinner. Probably a leather or plastic saddle, but you got the cotter pin crank there. Just classic bikes, they just as is. We don't really have much else going on here. We got like not a Trek. Looks like we got an oldie here, but it's been super modified. Kind of fun. Looks like there was one more cotter pin. Oh, here we go. Yeah, a little cotter pin over here. You want to come around? Oh, here we go. Zenith. So this is a fun one. Look at all the chrome. See, some of these people really clean them up. It's pretty cool. But anyways, that's a cool idea. What we got here over in the Milano train station. So that's kind of a general dealio. I've got about 10% left on my phone, so I'm going to quit filming. I kind of completely didn't get to film in, what was it? Piazza? Piazza. So we were there. We were visiting St. Augustine. There's really not much left of him, but he was there in spirit.
Pavia, not Piazza.
Oh, Pavia. So, anyways, that's kind of the whole shindig here. Everybody was on a cool old bike. Everybody. I don't get it. I don't know why they're all on old bikes. Okay, everyone, so I am back in my hotel room. Actually, I'm in what's called a hostel. Never heard of this before. Never been to one. It's pretty cool. Just not cool when you're with 5 other guys in this little room. It's okay. Anyways, I'll be in Milan tomorrow, which is Friday, and then I leave Saturday. So tomorrow, which is Friday, will be my free day. I'm gonna go around to some of the bike shops and just take a look and see kind of just what the deal is, you know? Go to a bike shop, maybe a thrift store. I'm gonna try and find a radio for video. I actually filmed some intros for bikes and radios on top of a giant tower in San Gimignano, south of here. So, yeah. Anyways, I think you're getting kind of my drift here from all the stuff I've been filming. It's kind of like just a blast to the past, you know? I don't know if people ride these bikes because they're reliable or because of the vibe of the, you know, the vintage stuff. I don't know how Italians think. You know, just because I'm Italian doesn't mean I know. Except I like the vintage bikes, but kind of for everything. You know, but these people look at them like, you know, we look at cars. You know, and that's just what's so cool about it. You know, I wish they didn't neglect them so bad, but it is what it is. It's just, the other thing I was looking at is, considering their cotter pins, they're really old bikes. I really hope they're not riding on old bottom brackets. Just imagine all that grease and grime and the dead bees and spiders I see in all the videos that I film. Just imagine that, just like grinding up in there. Not fun.
So, yeah. You know, I talked to a guy at the train station when we were on our way to, was it Pavia? And he was really cool. He had a cotter pin bike, and my class was leaving the station. I didn't want to get left behind, so I didn't really get a chance to talk to him too long, but he was from, like, France or something, or, no, not France, Florence, that's where he was from. Yeah, he's with his girlfriend. So, that was kind of cool. But they have their old beat-up cotter pin bikes, and yeah, and specifically cotter pin. There are so many bikes, but very few are square taper for vintage. It's all cotter pin. And if it's not cotter pin, it was originally, and it was converted to like some modern crank, which is totally just like cool. So modern bottom bracket, kind of modern. Just so random. I was talking to the guy, and I was just like, yeah, I'm from America. And, it's crazy to see these things because, back home in California, we have a bunch of e-bikes and, stuff like that. I mean, where I live is just a bunch of it's kind of a bunch of stuck-up people and tourists on e-bikes. Here, it's interesting in Italy because everything is much simpler, smaller, I feel like everyone moves a little slower unless they're the cars and motorcycles. The people who ride their bikes around, they seem pretty satisfied with themselves. It's kind of interesting. So, yeah, I'm assuming it's probably all they can afford, so of course they're going to be maybe satisfied, It's just, it's a funky thing. I sound like a really dumb American saying this all, but, it's just cool. I've never seen this before. It's a blast to the past. I mean, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to shut up. I got to do my laundry so that, I finally have a piece of clothing that doesn't smell like my feet. And then go eat dinner, I guess. My friend wasn't feeling so well from something he ate, so I'm staying back in the hotel room with him. So, yeah. Anyways, I will catch you guys tomorrow. And, yeah, maybe I'll entertain you real quick with a time-lapse of the shitty drivers out here. Nobody can drive to save their lives. It's just such a mess with the driving. This is like a fancier version of India. I tell you what, it might just be the fact that I bought this. Okay. I was not thinking before I came on this trip to Italy. I have a debit card for a debit card that doesn't really work in Europe. And on top of that, I didn't do Venmo because I'm kind of an old person and I'm really stubborn about that stuff because I think Venmo's a dumb name and I didn't want to give my money to a dumb company. And Zelle's even dumber sounding. Anyways, I didn't set it up until the night before and it wouldn't let me and blah, 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 blah. So, anyways, I was stuck with cash. But the problem is the school was going to Venmo me 500 euros for cash. But the problem is I didn't get it. So I had to get all my euros in cash. But then my dad was like, oh, hey, by the way, here's some US dollars to spend. Psych. Or not psych, but spoiler alert, I can't use US dollars in Italy. So with that, I had 300, 400 US dollars that I couldn't spend. I spent most of my food money that was remaining, which was 200 euros on this and 2 Eureka hats. Why 2? Because one of them was going to the guy who owns the bike shop I buy all my stuff from. So yeah, this was 160 euros. It's kind of cool. It's wool. Anyways, this is gonna be my new favorite jersey. I'm still gonna wear the Rafa shorts, but I'm gonna wear this too because it kicks ass. So anyways, honestly, this whole trip just feels like Eureka. It feels like a bike show. It's just there's so many bikes. It's unfunny. The mechanic in me is just freaking out right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the next day, and I'm walking through more of Milan. There's really not a lot happening here, but I figured I should record some more just because. So, hang on, let's take a quick stop here at this. Let's take a look at what we got going on. Oh, bingo, cotter pin Bianchi. That's always fun. I think that was the only cotter pin. Oh no, here we go. I don't know what brand this is, but it's got Schwinn wheels on it. Might be a no, it's not a Schwinn. I don't know what that is. And this one's a cotter pin too. A little newer, looks like I had a repaint. That's always fun. I wonder what brand? Oh, it doesn't have a brand. I think it's Swiss because the Swiss logo there. And this one, I don't know that brand. Okay. Oh, here we go. We got two more. I don't know what this brand is, but it looks pretty fun. Look at the grips. That's so cool. And then this one's also pretty fun, but I have no idea what it is. I think it's newer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we have done a lot of exploring, but yeah. Anyways, I just stopped into a local shop and picked up a jersey for Eroica of the modern spandex and not the wool, so now I have both for Eroica, and I think I'm going to have to wrap this all up because honestly, I don't know what else to cover. Nobody really speaks English well. I asked people, so why do you have the bike you have? And they kind of just said, we don't know, it's reliable. So, you know what, I'll take that as a good answer, and I'm going to call it a day for this one. I just kind of wanted to make this video just kind of to be like, take a look at this. I think you should go here and take a look. And that's kind of the idea. I just wanted to showcase that. So, yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Sayonara. Good enough.